As COVID cases continue to rise on campus, find out how dorms wastewater is helping identify the spread.
And the university hosted a virtual panel for a former Kent State professor. Our reporter has more on the story.
The officers charged with Tyree Nichols' death were arraigned in court today, what they pleaded and how the family reacted.
And the Florida Zoo is welcoming a rare baby animal into the world. Find out what it is as TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good Friday evening, Portage County, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Gabby Jonas.
And I'm Olivia Sharp.
We start tonight with how Kent State is identifying COVID cases within the university.
We turn to our reporter Jacob Brooks for more information. Hi, Jacob.
Hi guys, so there are a lot of pieces to this puzzle. The College of Public Health, researchers on campus, and university facilities management are all involved in the testing to better understand the current state of COVID. Within the last few weeks, this email has been sent to every residence hall on campus. It warns of a, quote, significant increase of COVID in the building.
We don't know necessarily if there are cases in every single residence hall. We just know that there's cases in those 5 collection sites.
Since the spring of 2021, the College of Public Health and researchers on campus have been using wastewater to get a better understanding of COVID on campus. Particles of the virus can be detected in wastewater, sometimes before people even know they have COVID. This allows researchers to predict future cases.
I would say, we had pretty good predictions for several potential spreading events, and our data actually matched pretty well with the testing results in the dorm.
Once the wastewater is collected in these containers, it's then brought to this lab where it's examined to see if an alert needs to be sent out.
We look for a significant change from baseline, and when we have 3 tests in a row that show a significant increase, we send an alert.
Our number is a little bit high, but generally speaking, they always happen similar way. A little bit high on the beginning of the semester and then drop down.
But the numbers alone don't always tell the full story. Changes in testing requirements and the virus itself can affect the data.
If you know that you have COVID, you're going to report to the COVID response team, and then you'll be removed from that residence hall and go to the isolation residence hall. So that would take those cases out.
As the pandemic evolves, Mo says the work they're doing is more important than ever.
Since testing is not mandatory, I think it's more important to understand the spreading trend in the dorm.
Now, when the pandemic is over, that does not mean their data just goes out the window. They'll actually be analyzing it for a couple of things, including if certain residence hall styles contribute to the spread of COVID and if they can monitor other viruses in wastewater. I'm Jacob Brooks, TV2 News.
Thanks, Jacob. We continue tonight with TV2's coverage of the East Palestine derailment.
Governor Mike DeWine was in East Palestine today to talk about how the city is aiding the state.
And for what we have to check in, we check with our correspondent, Michael Neenan. Hi, Nico.
Hi, guys. Today marks 2 weeks since the train in East Palestine derailed, and progress has been made in the cleanup effort following the disaster.
We do believe there's no reason to be concerned about water now from the Ohio River, and there's never really been a reason to concern, and we no longer can get any reading at all of this contaminant.
At a press conference this morning, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine announced that no contamination has been detected in the air around East Palestine, with 20 monitors from the Environmental Protection Agency spread across the village to test for air pollution. Governor DeWine also announced that the contamination detected in the Ohio River is no longer present as of Friday morning. Although the exact route of the train has not been determined, a federal agency has identified some of the locations the train passed. The train originated in the Illinois-Missouri state border outside St. Louis before its crew was picked up in Toledo. The train passed through Cleveland as well as Hudson and Ravenna before eventually derailing in East Palestine. And the members of the Ohio Democratic Caucus sent an open letter to the Ohio House Finance Committee and the Ohio House Transportation Committee of Finance, urging for the state transportation budget to adopt a series of amendments, including a 2-person railroad cruise, railroad safety zones, and a railway wayside detector system. The Ohio Finance Committee is set to meet on Tuesday. That's all I have for today. For more updates on the situation in East Palestine, be sure to follow Kent Wired. I've been Michael Neenan. Stay safe, Portage County.
Thanks, Michael. 149-year-old landmark Michigan State University rock, similar to Kent's rock, was painted in response to the mass shooting that happened on its campus Monday night. The rock was painted black with the words "How many more?" and "Stay safe, MSU," after 3 students of the university were killed and 5 were injured. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been 67 mass shootings so far this year, Michigan State being the first targeted university of 2023.
Michael Dillon, an Akron police officer, has been placed on leave after being arrested by Canton police for allegedly filming minors in the nude. Dillon was arrested on 21 counts of pandering obscenity involving a minor, with the criminal incident starting in early 21 through December 2022. Dillon was sworn in as an Akron police officer in December of 2021. He is set to appear in court on February 22nd.
Fire broke out this past Wednesday at the Timber Top Apartments and Townhomes in Akron, where alcohol, tobacco, and firearm investigators still are unsure of the source. Heavy flames and smoke came from both of the buildings, where authorities were called to the scene around 4:30 p.m. to put them out. 19 of the 26 units were occupied by residents before being evacuated by police that night. There have been no reports of fire-related injuries at this time.
The FBI Cleveland Violent Crime Task Force is looking for help to identify a man who allegedly attempted to rob a PNC bank on Thursday. The man entered the bank and demanded money from the teller. He then left on foot on East 9th Street. He's described as a 5'9" man wearing a blue hat, a black coat, and a blue disposable face mask. Anyone with information relating to the robbery is asked to call the FBI tip line at 1-877-FBI-OHIO.
Hello, Portage County in Northeast Ohio. I'm TV2 weather anchor Odin Amador-Gorby with your Friday evening weather forecast. Now, currently in Kent, we are dealing with some snow showers that have been coming off Lake Erie today. The Lake Effect snow machine is back in gear, folks, out there. It feels like 25 degrees out there, feels like 14. Dew point 15 degrees, southeast winds at 11 miles per hour. It is definitely a cold evening out there for sure. And as we look for your Northeast Ohio temperatures right now, we are dealing with mid to upper 20s out there, 25 in Kent, 26 in Cleveland, 24 in Sandusky, 22 in Mansfield. It is definitely a cold, chilly winter evening out there. But that is going to change for next week as warm air will start to come in for next week. But let's talk about your evening forecast right now, as snow showers will start to come in towards your 7 and 8 o'clock. They will start to dissipate towards 9 and 11 o'clock. Will be mostly cloudy skies out there for your evening. That's all I have for now, folks. In my next update, I'll be talking about warm-up for next week.
Thanks, Odin. Whether you like syrup, peanut butter, chocolate, or blueberries with your flapjacks, the Kent Lions Club will host its annual Pancake Festival on March 5th, along with Side Kent State's sorority, Delta Gamma. The festival is set to take place at the Stanchion Middle School cafeteria from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., where proceeds will go towards the club's main philanthropy for the visual impaired and blind. The club also provides annual eye screenings at Kent schools with the hope to enable eye exams and glasses for those in need.
Craddock Elementary School received a fun surprise to help get students excited about reading, and something I wish I had in my home, a book vending machine. After the ribbon cutting ceremony, students were all given clues for a scavenger hunt to earn a token so their first reading adventure can begin. Students can earn more tokens for good behavior and then use those tokens on a machine to get a book to take home with them.
Speed, scale, 12,000-pound monster trucks will be returning to this weekend in downtown Cleveland, showing off dragon flame decor on the trucks on the dirt-covered road. Rocket Marching Fieldhouse will be hosting the city's beloved Monster Truck Jam Show, Monster Truck Show, this Saturday and Sunday for the adrenaline-filled family event. Families will also get the chance to meet the massive truck drivers at the pit parties following each show. Ranging from $20 to $75, tickets can be found for purchase on monsterjam.com. And Kent hosted a virtual panel to celebrate a former professor's upcoming book, what it's about and what you can expect on the shelves coming up.
We have updates on the terror attack on a Pakistan police headquarters, the updates and who is claiming responsibility.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is TV2 News, truly Portage County.
Welcome back. Ken hosted a panel with Tamika Ellington, the author of the book Black Hair in a White World.
Our Avery Savage spoke with Ellington about her upcoming book release. Hi, Avery.
That's right, guys. I spoke with author Dr. Tamika Ellington about her upcoming book, Black Hair in a White World. Ellington hosted a panel discussion open to Kent State students last night and spoke of Afro-textured hair with her co-writers. Author Dr. Tamika Ellington hosted a virtual panel discussion Thursday and talked about her upcoming anthology, Black Hair in a White World, to celebrate its pre-launch.
The Black Hair in a White World book is a series of chapters that talk about different elements of research about Black hair. It'll help give people a broader perspective of what discrimination looks like for Black people.
Ellington, along with 5 of her fellow scholars, discussed the issues and discrimination surrounding natural Afro hair.
And I just remember this comparison around what's beautiful, and I didn't quite understand why they were talking about it in that way until later on. Of course, I think I was in 2nd grade.
After researching issues surrounding Black hair in fashion for 15 years, Ellington included her knowledge and personal experiences in the book.
It was a topic that was very interesting to me, very important to me, because throughout my life I'd lived certain experiences or things that I call my Black hair traumas as a young person, and then as a young adult, things that really bothered me about how others saw Black hair.
Ellington said Afro hair has been scrutinized since the start of the Atlantic slave trade.
There's this idea around the coarser your hair, the more that it demonstrates your proximity to being African or Black. And the looser your hair, it demonstrates your proximity to being white or non-Black.
Ellington said she hopes the book will bring attention to the Crown Act, a bill that prohibits discrimination against hairstyle and hair texture.
To educate, about who they are. So I think it's a very interesting thing in terms of hopefully this book will teach us about this marginalization, but also better our relationships within the Black community as it relates to our hair.
Black Hair in a White World will be on shelves on July 11th. The book is currently available for pre-order on Barnes & Noble. Reporting for TV2 News, I'm Avery Savage.
Thanks, Avery. 5 former Tennessee police officers have pleaded not guilty for their involvement in the death of Tyree Nichols last month. His mother and father spoke about the decision after the hearing.
I feel very numb right now. I feel very numb, and I'm waiting for this nightmare, basically, that I'm going through right now. I'm waiting for somebody to wake me up, right? I'm really waiting for somebody to wake me up.
I had to be here today to make sure that justice gets done for our son. This is a glorious day. This is the beginning of the process.
The 5 charged officers were part of the now defunct Scorpion unit, which was tasked with taking on violent crime in Memphis. Each faced 7 charges, including second-degree murder and aggravated assault, after Nichols was repeatedly punched and kicked during a traffic stop on January 7th, where he later died in a hospital. If convicted, they face up to 60 years in prison. The next hearing is scheduled for May.
Family members of Donovan Lewis announced they are filing a wrongful death lawsuit against Columbus police officers who allegedly shot and killed an unarmed Donovan Lewis in his bed in 2022. Ricky Anderson, the cop who shot Lewis, is named among several others who did not comply with Andre's Law, which states they should have aided Lewis after he was shot. The attorney representing the family also alluded to a possible lawsuit against the city of Columbus.
Yesterday, Senator John Fetterman checked himself into a hospital for clinical depression. The Democratic Pennsylvania senator claims to have suffered with depression on and off throughout his life, but it wasn't until recently where it got more severe. After suffering from a stroke earlier this year, where Fetterman said it nearly killed him, adjusting life in Washington has made the lawmaker a difficult life. Patrick Kennedy hopes that Fetterman's honesty about his illness will help gain more openness among other lawmakers who suffer from depression.
Now let's look at your live temperatures, statewide temperatures for this evening. And right now we are dealing with 20s, even almost 30s towards Dayton, 32 degrees in Dayton, 27 in Columbus, Akron at 25, 32 in Cincinnati. It is definitely a cold evening out there as that cold front from the Arctic is starting to come in, bringing some more cold air in for this evening. And as we look towards your weekend forecast, we are going to be dealing with a rapid change in temperature as a warm front will start to come through tomorrow, bringing temperatures up to the upper 40s. So we'll be dealing with 46 degrees tomorrow, sunny skies along with a few clouds for your Saturday. It'll definitely be a nice day out there for sure. And towards your Sunday, we will continue that uptick in temperatures with temperatures going up to the 50s, 54 tomorrow as your high. And we'll be dealing with cloudy skies in the morning and then partly cloudy skies for the afternoon. And let's look at your 7-day outlook, folks. Let's talk about it. We will be dealing with sunny skies for your Saturday and even your Sunday with AM clouds and PM sun with highs going up to the 50s. But then towards your Monday, rain showers will start to come in, bringing the temperature back down to 45. But then Tuesday will start to dry out with highs in the 40s. But then towards your Wednesday and Thursday, rain showers will start to come in. But the temperature will go up to almost 60 degrees on Thursday. But then the cold front will start to come in towards your Friday, bringing temperatures back down into the lower 30s. So that about wraps up my Friday evening weather forecast. Stay warm tonight, but enjoy those warm temperatures next week. Have a great weekend out there, everybody. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thank you, Odin. As energy costs continue to rise, a new report says that costs could send 141 million people into extreme poverty. Researchers from the Nature journal studied the Netherlands, China, the UK, and the US and found that energy costs had risen 5% since the start of Russia's war in Ukraine. Many countries have provided subsidies, discounts, and price caps, but the report suggests countries can do more to reduce the prices.
A new study suggests for women aged 65 and older that some breast cancer patients may be able to skip radiation therapy after surgery. Radiation can cause hair loss, breast pain, and fatigue on top of an already difficult recovery. However, skipping radiation may cause a higher risk of cancer returning to the same breast, though it does not appear to affect a patient's overall survival rate. Data found that the overall survival rate was nearly identical for those with radiation therapy and those without it, just over 80% for both groups.
The Taliban is taking responsibility for an attack on the police headquarters in the southern Sindh province. An eyewitness stated that 8 to 10 militants attacked the police station in Karachi, armed with hand grenades and guns. Police have sealed off traffic and the sounds of continuous gunfire have been heard throughout the day. It's Random Acts of Kindness Day. Find out why the holiday was created and how we here at TV2 are celebrating.
Eastern Michigan comes to town to take on the Golden Flashes. Stick around for the preview.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Hello, Portage County. I'm Nico Crespo with your Friday Sports Report. Kent State men's basketball is set to take on the Eastern Michigan Eagles tonight at the Mack Center at 6 p.m. Coming into this game, the Eagles are 6-20, and Kent State has an overall record of 21-5, riding a 3-game win streak. The Flashes faced this team just a couple of weeks ago and came out on top, 77-63. Despite their record, the Eagles have a great offense behind star Imoni Bates, who's averaging 20 points a game. Bates also dropped 24 against the Golden Flashes in their previous matchup. Expect a great ball game between these teams. All right, we're going to look at a live scoring. We got 18-10. Kent State is above Eastern Michigan. Looks like, we're doing a really good job on the offensive side. Moving into the NBA, the Minnesota Timberwolves took on the Washington Wizards last night. Let's get straight into the highlights. All right, first play, we pick it up late in the third quarter. Anthony Edwards drives, crosses, and lays it in with the left hand. Wolves up by 18. And we got 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Wizards now down by 8. Dishes to Kristaps Porzingis. Pass Gobert and gets the scoop land to take the lead down to 6. Wizards down 5. Kuzma hands it off to Bradley Beal and drives to the basket, hits a 5-foot floater and the foul. And then we got Wolves up by 2. Anderson drives to the basket, dishes to Conley, swings it to Edwards, who drives to the basket and gets the lay-in over Gobert. That is a big man move. Wizards down 2. Beal dishes to Kuzma, shot clock winding down. Kuzma shoots up a prayer, hits the 3. Wizards go up by 1. 40 seconds left. Beal at the logo, gets a pick from Porzingis, pulls up from behind the arc, and hits a dagger to send this one home. The Wizards come back from 20 to beat the Wolves in stunning fashion. Final score 114-106. The All-Star break has come to the NBA, and the standings are at the break is quite interesting. Rounding the East, the Boston Celtics are in the 1 seed, just a half game above the Milwaukee Bucks, who are in the 2 seed. Seeds 3 through 6 are the Philadelphia 76ers, Cleveland Cavaliers, Brooklyn Nets, and the New York Knicks. And for the West, the Denver Nuggets hold on the 1 seed by a total of 5 games, who are now just getting healthy. The Memphis Grizzlies are in the 2nd spot to round out the West. The Sacramento Kings are in the 3rd seed, followed by the Los Angeles Clippers at 4, Phoenix Suns at 5, and the Dallas Mavericks at 6. That's all I have for today. Make sure to follow TV2 KSU Sports on Twitter for updates on tonight's game and more. I've been Nico Crespo. Have a good night, Portage County.
Well, a new baby animal is getting brought into the world. What it might be when we return. Today, February 17th, is National Random Acts of Kindness Day, and the best part is anyone can celebrate. You can do random acts like pay for someone's coffee or pay them a compliment.
It's as easy as giving someone a smile or writing someone a note. National Random Acts of Kindness Day is a reminder to have compassion and to be selfless and kind to each other every day.
Now done in the Sunshine State of Florida is a new baby chimpanzee. Baby Tonka Lily was named after honoring a chimpanzee conservation initiative in Syria after being born at the safari park in West Palm Beach. Due to the declining rate of chimpanzees, staff members of the safari say that her birth is significant. Lily joins a family of 2 females and 3 males, including 1-year-old Tonk, where her mother, Jennifer, is being proud of showing off her baby. Now, I don't know about you, Liv, but I've actually seen baby chimpanzees at the Columbus Zoo, and they are the cutest thing.
I have not, but I think that means we need to take a field trip down to Columbus. This one is so adorable. She looks so cute.
Oh, they're so cute. She was so cute just playing around. I saw some of the video of her playing with her mom, and I remember seeing the ones at the Columbus Zoo doing the same thing, like the monkey bars and stuff.
Monkey bars?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so darling.
A monkey doing the monkey bars is a sight to see, I will say.
Amazing.
Have you seen any other baby animals at the zoo?
Not recently. I must say, I need to go to the zoo. We've had a lot of animal-themed stories these last couple of weeks.
No, I definitely agree. Well, that's all we have tonight, Portage County. Thank you so much for joining us.
For updates on all these stories and more, visit our website at kentwire.com and follow us on all our social media at KentWire. I'm Olivia Sharp.
And I'm Gabby Jonas. Have a great night, Portage County.